Have you ever sent a message and waited, but never got a reply? Maybe you even checked your phone 100 times, wondering what went wrong. Let me tell you about a time I sent what I thought was the perfect text. It was clever, funny, and straight to the point. And guess what? Nothing. No reply. Sound familiar? Well, today I'm going to share something I wish I had known back then. Something that will change the way you message forever. The psychology of irresistible messages. Have you ever wondered why some messages immediately grab our attention while others are ignored? It all comes down to psychology. The human brain is wired to respond to certain triggers, and understanding these can make your messages almost impossible to resist. For example, people are naturally drawn to things that create a sense of curiosity or urgency. When you send a message that hints at something they must know, but doesn't reveal everything, their brain starts filling in the blanks, and they feel an uncontrollable urge to respond. Another key factor is emotional resonance. Humans connect deeply with emotions, and if your message strikes the right emotional chord, whether it's humor, intrigue, or even empathy, it will feel personal and engaging. A simple, "Hey, I just thought of you because," followed by a relatable or surprising statement, can instantly capture attention. Personalization is another psychological trick. People are hardwired to respond more positively when they feel a message is meant just for them. Instead of sending a generic "What's up?", try tailoring your text to their specific interests or experiences. For example, "I remember you said you love, insert topic. I just found something you'd totally enjoy." This approach makes it harder for someone to brush you off. The last and perhaps most important psychological insight is reciprocity. If you offer value in your message, whether it's a compliment, helpful advice, or even just sharing an interesting thought, they're more likely to feel compelled to engage with you. By crafting your texts with these psychological principles in mind, you're not just sending words, you're creating a connection that's almost impossible to ignore. Triggering curiosity with a simple text. Curiosity is one of the most powerful emotions in human psychology, and it's the key to getting someone's attention with a simple text. Our brains are wired to seek out missing information, which is why a well-crafted message that teases just enough to intrigue but not enough to satisfy can be irresistible. For example, imagine receiving a text like, "You won't believe what just happened," or "I just found out something about you. Care to guess?" These types of messages create a gap in knowledge that the recipient needs to fill. They will feel compelled to respond just to satisfy their curiosity. But triggering curiosity doesn't mean being vague for no reason. It's about planting a seed of interest that's directly relevant to the person you're texting. A message like, "I just came across something that reminded me so much of you," works because it's both personal and mysterious. The recipient will instantly wonder what it could be. The key here is balance. Give just enough detail to make it intriguing, but not so much that they can figure it out without replying. Timing also plays a crucial role. A curiosity-inducing text sent at the right moment, such as during a break or downtime, has a higher chance of capturing attention. For instance, sending a text like, "I just found the craziest thing about your favorite band. You're going to freak out." When you know they have a moment to engage, ensures they won't overlook it. Lastly, curiosity-driven texts can be even more effective when paired with a visual hook, like a blurred image, a cropped photo, or even an emoji that adds an element of playfulness or mystery. For example, "Guess where I am right now," paired with a vague or cropped photo, makes it almost impossible for the recipient not to respond. When done right, curiosity is not just a strategy. It's an art form that taps into the most natural human instinct, the need to know. Emotional hooks that guarantee a response. Emotions are at the core of human connections, and leveraging them effectively in your messages can make the difference between being ignored and getting an immediate response. Emotional hooks work because they tap into the feelings and experiences that resonate most deeply with the person you're texting. But what exactly is an emotional hook? It's a message that evokes a specific feeling, whether it's curiosity, excitement, nostalgia, or even empathy, and compels the recipient to engage with you. For instance, sharing something that makes the other person feel special or appreciated is a powerful emotional trigger. A text like, "You were the first person I thought of when I saw this," not only grabs attention but also makes them feel valued. Similarly, nostalgia is an incredibly strong emotion to tap into. A message like, "This reminded me of that amazing day we had. Remember when?" immediately creates a shared emotional experience, pulling the recipient into the moment with you. Empathy is another effective tool. When someone feels understood or supported, they are far more likely to engage. For example, if you know they've been stressed, a simple, heartfelt message like, "Hey, I know things have been tough lately, just wanted to check in and see how you're doing," shows genuine care and opens the door for meaningful conversation. Humor is another underrated emotional hook. Making someone laugh instantly creates a positive connection and makes your message stand out. Sending something like, "Okay, I just saw the funniest thing and had to share it with you," creates an emotional boost that's hard to ignore. The key to all of these approaches is authenticity. Emotional hooks only work if they feel genuine and personal. Otherwise, they come off as manipulative or insincere. By tailoring your messages to evoke the right emotions at the right time, you not only guarantee a response, but also deepen your connection with the person on the other end. Messages that make people feel something are never forgotten. They become moments, and moments are priceless. Why timing is everything in messaging. Have you ever sent a message that went completely unnoticed, even though you thought it was perfect? It's not always about what you say, but when you say it. Timing is one of the most overlooked yet critical aspects of communication, especially in the digital age. A well-timed message can feel serendipitous and thoughtful, while a poorly timed one might feel intrusive or irrelevant. Think about it. If you send someone a text during a busy workday or late at night, chances are it'll get lost in the shuffle or ignored altogether. On the other hand, a message sent during a quiet moment, like a coffee break or a relaxing evening, has a much higher chance of being read and responded to. This is because people are more receptive when they aren't overwhelmed by distractions or obligations. But timing isn't just about the clock. It's also about understanding the other person's routine and emotional state. For example, if you know someone just finished an important meeting or achieved something significant, a congratulatory message sent at that moment carries more weight. Similarly, reaching out when someone might be feeling down or stressed shows thoughtfulness and care. Imagine how meaningful it would feel to receive a text like, "Hey, I just wanted to check in. I know today was a big day for you," right when they need it most. Timing also applies to the rhythm of your conversation. If you respond too quickly to every message, it might come across as overeager, while waiting too long can seem disinterested. Finding the right balance is crucial. For instance, if someone shares something exciting with you, replying promptly with enthusiasm shows you're genuinely engaged. Conversely, taking a little time to respond thoughtfully to a deeper or more complex message can convey that you value the conversation. The most powerful messages are those that feel timely and intentional. They don't just exist in a vacuum, they fit seamlessly into the recipient's life. By paying attention to timing, you can transform even the simplest text into a meaningful moment that resonates long after it's sent. Crafting messages that spark intrigue. The art of crafting a message that sparks intrigue lies in striking a perfect balance between giving just enough information to pique curiosity and leaving enough out to compel the recipient to engage. Intrigue works because it plays on the human need for resolution. When we encounter something that feels incomplete or mysterious, our brains naturally seek answers, making it hard to resist responding. To create a message that sparks intrigue, focus on creating a sense of mystery. For example, Instead of saying, "I have something to tell you," try, "You won't believe what I just found out about topic they care about." This kind of phrasing not only grabs attention, but also makes the recipient eager to uncover the rest of the story. Similarly, open-ended questions like, "Guess what happened today?" or "Can you figure out what I'm talking about?" immediately draw the recipient into the conversation, making them feel like they're part of a game or a secret. Another effective approach is to use unexpected or surprising details. A message like, "I just remembered something hilarious about you, it's so random," creates an instant sense of curiosity. What could it be? What did they remember? The recipient feels an urge to respond, even if it's just to satisfy their curiosity. However, intrigue isn't just about creating mystery for mystery's sake. It's important to tie it to the recipient's interests, emotions, or shared experiences. If your message feels personal and relevant, it will have a much stronger pull. For instance, referencing a shared memory or something you know they care deeply about will make your message feel more meaningful. A text like, "You'll never guess who I ran into today, someone we used to talk about all the time," not only intrigues, but also builds on a shared history. Lastly, brevity is key. Intrigue thrives on simplicity. Long-winded explanations can dilute the mystery and reduce the impact. Keep your messages short, punchy, and thought-provoking. When done right, a well-crafted, intriguing message doesn't just get a response. It makes the recipient excited to engage with you, turning a simple text into an unforgettable moment. Using humor to break the silence. Humor is one of the most effective ways to grab someone's attention and break through the awkward silence of an unanswered text. Laughter triggers positive emotions, builds a connection, and instantly lightens the mood. A well-timed, humorous message can make you memorable and irresistible, giving the recipient a reason to respond. Not out of obligation, but because they genuinely enjoy interacting with you. The key to using humor effectively in your messages is to make it feel natural and relevant. For example, referencing a funny shared experience can immediately create a sense of connection. A text like, "I just walked past, insert location, and remembered when we completely embarrassed ourselves there. Still can't believe we did that," brings back memories and invites the recipient to reminisce and laugh with you. Self-deprecating humor is another powerful tool. It shows humility and makes you relatable. For instance, sending a message like, "I just tried cooking, and now my kitchen looks like a disaster zone. Please tell me you're better at this than I am." Not only brings a smile to the recipient's face, but also invites them to join in the conversation without any pressure. It's light-hearted and disarming, making it easy to respond. Pop culture references and playful exaggerations can also work wonders. A message like, "I just saw a dog that looked exactly like the one in that movie we were talking about. I swear it's famous now," adds a layer of humor and personalization. Similarly, using memes, GIFs, or emojis creatively can enhance the comedic effect of your text. For example, pairing a funny statement with an exaggerated emoji face or a popular meme shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and are fun to engage with. However, it's crucial to know your audience. Not everyone responds to humor in the same way, so tailoring your approach to the recipient's personality is essential. If they enjoy sarcasm, you might try a playful, tongue-in-cheek comment like, "Wow, ignoring me already? I see how it is." But if they're more sensitive, a gentler, silly message would be more appropriate. Ultimately, humor works because it's universal. It creates a moment of joy and connection, making your message stand out in the sea of mundane texts. By adding a touch of lightheartedness, you're not just breaking the silence. You're building a bridge that invites the other person to step into a conversation that feels effortless and fun. The power of personalized messages. In a world where communication has become increasingly generic, Personalized messages stand out like a beacon of authenticity. A personalized message shows thoughtfulness, effort, and a genuine interest in the recipient, which makes it far more likely to grab their attention and elicit a response. But personalization isn't just about adding someone's name to a text. It's about tailoring the message to their unique interests, experiences, and emotional context. Imagine receiving two messages. One says, "Hey, how's it going?" And the other says, "Hey, I saw a topic or hobby they love, and it instantly reminded me of you. How's everything going?" The first message is easy to ignore because it feels generic, but the second one makes the recipient feel special and valued. Why? Because it acknowledges something unique about them. Personalization taps into our innate desire to feel seen and appreciated, which is a fundamental part of human connection. One effective way to personalize your messages is to reference a shared memory or an inside joke. For example, "I just walked past that cafe where we had the world's worst coffee, still traumatized," instantly creates a sense of connection and nostalgia. The recipient feels like they're part of a special bond, making them far more likely to respond. Another approach is to show that you've been paying attention to their interests. If you know they're passionate about something, whether it's a sport, a book, or even a specific TV show, bringing it up in your message shows genuine care. For instance, "I just saw the trailer for show movie. It's so your vibe. Have you seen it yet?" Timing also enhances personalization. Sending a message during a meaningful moment, like their birthday, an anniversary, or after they mention something important happening, adds an emotional layer to your text. A message like, "I know you had that big meeting today. How did it go?" shows thoughtfulness and attentiveness, which are powerful ways to deepen a connection. Personalization doesn't have to be complex. Even small details like referencing the weather in their city or asking about something they mentioned in a previous conversation can make a big difference. The secret is to make the other person feel like your message was crafted specifically for them, not just something you'd send to anyone. By focusing on their unique qualities, experiences, and preferences, you transform a simple text into something memorable and meaningful. How to tap into their deepest desires. Understanding and addressing someone's deepest desires is one of the most powerful ways to create an unshakable connection through messaging. When you craft a message that aligns with what they truly want, whether it's validation, excitement, belonging, or even curiosity, you go beyond surface-level communication and tap into the core of what motivates them. This approach is not manipulative, but rather thoughtful. It shows that you're genuinely interested in what makes them tick. People often have unspoken needs and desires, and paying attention to subtle cues in past conversations can provide valuable insights. For instance, if someone frequently talks about their dreams of traveling or exploring new experiences, sending a message like, "I just found this amazing place, and it immediately made me think of you. I feel like it's exactly your vibe," shows that you're not only listening, but also aligning your words with their aspirations. This creates a sense of being understood, which is deeply satisfying for anyone. Another way to tap into someone's desires is to use affirmations and compliments that reinforce their sense of identity. For example, if they take pride in their creativity, a message like, "I saw this art piece, and it totally reminded me of your style, so unique and inspiring," validates their identity and strengths. When people feel recognized for who they are, they're far more likely to engage and open up to you. It's also effective to subtly challenge their desires in a way that excites or intrigues them. For example, if someone values adventure but hasn't taken any risks lately, a playful message like, "I found this crazy idea, totally out of your comfort zone, but I dare you to try it," can spark curiosity and motivation. This kind of nudge aligns with their inner desires while also encouraging them to take action, which makes the interaction both meaningful and memorable. The key is to keep your approach authentic. Don't force connections or try to address desires that don't feel genuine to the person you're speaking to. Instead, focus on understanding their world, what they care about, what excites them, and what they're striving for. By crafting your messages with this deeper awareness, you're not just communicating, you're resonating with them on a fundamental level. A message that speaks to someone's desires isn't just a text, it's a moment of connection that lingers long after they've read it. So, the next time you pick up your phone to send a message, remember the power of words and timing. Whether it's creating intrigue, adding a touch of humor, or personalizing your text to resonate with someone's desires, a well-crafted message can make all the difference. Communication is not just about talking, it's about connecting. Try these tips and watch how your conversations become more engaging, meaningful, and most importantly, unforgettable. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.